It's the most wonderful time of the year. Is it really, though? Yes, it is really. Don't be a cynical prick. I know everybody with all the hustle and bustle going on, everybody gets very stressed out and very negative and very pessimistic. I fucking hate Christmas. Blah, blah, blah. Right? No, we're not going to do that here. We love Christmas. You should love Christmas. Don't be a whiny baby poopy butt. Now, if you're like me and you're like most of America, you've been dreaming of a white Christmas. But unfortunately, I live in Arizona and the migrants refuse to leave. No, I'm kidding. I really do live in Arizona. Unfortunately, I do live in the mountains, though, but it has just been a very, very dry year, and so it doesn't look like we'll be getting much of a white Christmas. Although I will be traveling down to Yuma for Christmas, which I'm pretty sure is the seventh circle of hell, and so I'll be getting a sandy Christmas. I will be enjoying my Christmas, though, in the company of some people with the last name White, so that's about as white as it's going to get. And they happen to be white, so that... Yeah, angry. Hey, angry. Hopefully they haven't tanned or anything. All joking aside, though, Christmas really is the most magical and wonderful time of the year. I noticed, though, as I've grown up and gotten older and whatnot, that people my age and older get very, very angry about it and very pessimistic about it. And it really is reliant upon children and stuff like that to keep the magic, the wonder of Christmas alive. Luckily for you, I'm like a retarded fifth grader, so I still maintain my joy for Christmas for the most part. I also do have the stresses and the worries of money, and did I get the right gifts? Did I remember everybody gifts, right? Everybody's got all that, so that's just part of the process, and we need to enjoy it and embrace it while we have it. Or while we can, I should say. We should enjoy the process while we can. It's just incumbent upon you to buy gifts and share gifts with people in good spirit and good joy and good charity. Not be negative and angry about it. Even though, yes, I understand that's our default nowadays. We should probably stop doing that, though, right? That's not fun for anybody. I wanted to make a quick video and let you guys know what my favorite things about Christmas are. And as always, I want you guys to comment and share what your favorite things about Christmas are, be it movies or baked goods or the music or whatever it is. I want you to let me know what thrills you the most. Some of the things that I love about Christmas are, obviously, you have the lights, you have the music, you have the smells. Oh, my God, the smells. The smells. I mean, as many of you can tell, I have a bulbous nose, and so I smell pretty good. I mean, am I the only guy? Maybe I'm the only guy, but I'll stand in the store and just like sniff candles for hours on end. I like going to the mall because you can smell like the, I don't know what they are, cinnamon pecans or nuts or something like that. I like smelling all that. Something about the smells of Christmas really do kind of they take me back to a nostalgic place in my childhood for some reason. I don't know. Maybe I'm the only person who does that. There's a certain smell that my grandma always used to have at her house. I smell it every now and then while I'm like at the mall or one of these other places shopping, and it just takes me instantly back to my grandmother's house. I love that. That's one of my favorite things about the holiday season. Obviously, I like the baked goods, right? Everybody likes baked goods. I mean, look at me. I'm like a fucking cow now. I'm getting bigger and bigger by the minute. I love waking up on Christmas morning and having cinnamon rolls fresh out of the oven, magically brought to me by one of Santa's elves. Or as I call her, Jolene. Hey, people go, oh, why do you want to be in a relationship? Specifically so they can make me food, right? That's one of the main reasons I want to be in a relationship, and specifically on Christmas. Make me some damn cinnamon rolls, woman. I love the cookies. Sugar cookies are great. I like to make those little stupid Pillsbury ones that, they used to be a lot bigger. They're very, very tiny now, but they have Rudolph on them or Snowman or the Grinch or something like that. I love all those little baked goods. They're quick and easy to make with your kids. Obviously, handmade. cookies and fudge and all that kind of crap. Everybody likes all that, right? That's one of the main things to like about Christmas is all the delicious baked goods and whatever. I am kind of curious though. What do most people eat for Christmas dinner? Because I've never eaten ham and I don't like ham, and so I am kind of curious if you want to leave a comment or something. What is the general idea for a Christmas dinner? I mean, I've always done pozole and tamales, but I don't know if that's just a me thing or who else does that. Am I the weird one here? I feel like a lot of people do ham, which is disgusting. Obviously, one of the main staples of Christmas is the music, right? Everybody loves Christmas music. Do they? I love Christmas music. A lot of people bitch about it. I feel like I'm just around a tremendous amount of pessimistic people because I'm sitting here talking and I'm like, I love this and I love this, and then I think of all the people I interact with and nobody seems to like Christmas that much. Oh well. The music though, I mean, I'm a huge Dean Martin fan. I gotta listen to Silver Bells by Dean Martin, at least 500 times during the season. Although this year I've been bad about that. I have not listened to much music at all. One of my other go-tos is Winter Songs by Rob Halford, his band Halford. That's a great album. I love all of his versions. If you want a little more metal in your Christmas, I love that one. Although he does a lot of the more hymnal songs with a ton of reverence and respect, which is really cool. I like all that. His version of Oh Holy Night is without a doubt my favorite version of the song. Everybody's super into Mariah Carey. No, fuck that. I can't stand Mariah Carey. I don't want to hear that song. Nobody wants to hear that song as far as I know, except for maybe teenage girls and Viscos or something. I have noticed a lot of the new Christmas music really stinks on ice. It's not very good. It's pretty jaded and superficial and vain, as most things are in the entertainment world nowadays. And I try and steer clear of all of that. I pretty much have a rule that I only stick to the classics, versions of the classics, and anything that you call a new Christmas classic, it's probably garbage. So yeah, somebody was playing Ariana Grande's new Christmas song the other day, and I wanted to jump out a window. One of the other things I love about Christmas is, of course, the movies. Right now, there's a wide list of movies that one could enjoy. Everybody kind of seems to have their own personal favorites. I have a ton that I love, and there's, like I said, there's so many I haven't even seen yet. I know, bad me. I've never seen A Wonderful Life. I own it though. I just haven't ever watched it. I plan on watching it hopefully this year, but it probably won't happen because I just don't have time. I wanted to just give you, my three favorites this year, and two of them are lifelong favorites. The first one is The Santa Claus, starring Tim Allen. Absolute Christmas classic for me. I went and saw it when I think I was 7. And again, I'm a Christmas baby. So, actually, funnily enough, I'm recording this on my birthday, right? And if you can see, I now have a beautiful Rams helmet in the background. Go Rams. But I think I went and saw The Santa Claus when I was like 7. I think that was when it came out. It was near my birthday, and my parents always took me to dinner and a movie or whatever for my birthday, and that was one of the ones I saw. Absolutely loved Tim Allen growing up. Still love Tim Allen, although his new show is not very good. The Santa Claus, though, is really a classic, and I think it's a classic because he's a jerk throughout the first part of the movie. And I think that's what makes the movie work, right? He's such a sarcastic jerk, and he's so unbelieving in everything that he's saying himself that's what makes the movie funny. I like it when comedy guys are sarcastic jerks. Can you figure why? I don't know. I have been accused of being a sarcastic jerk once or twice in my life. So maybe that just really resonates with me. I didn't like the sequels. The sequels I thought were too cute and too kiddie and whatever. And I don't know, it wasn't my bag really. There was a few funny parts in the second one. The third one's dreadful. I think there's a fourth one or a TV show or something. I have no interest in watching it ever. They should have just stuck with one. Hollywood really needs to just stop making sequels to everything. Sometimes one self-contained story is all you need, and that's a classic and it can live on forever. i.e. The Wizard of Oz, and they did their damnedest to ruin that with Wicked. Another one of my all-time favorites from when I was a kid and growing up is Jim Carrey as the Grinch. I love Dr. Seuss's How the Grinch Stole Christmas. Everybody loves the Grinch, right? That movie was so influential on me. I loved it to death. I know I annoyed my parents and everybody in my life just doing Jim Carrey impersonations as the Grinch year round. I used to when I was young. I would watch that movie 3 or 4 times a year, just at different points of the year, and it just always cracked me up. It still cracks me up. I think it was considered shit when it came out. Nobody liked it other than kids. Now it's beloved and somewhat of a holiday classic. I don't even acknowledge the existence of the Illumination Grinch that came out a few years ago, the animated one. That's hot garbage. It looks like hot garbage, and I will not be watching that. I do love the original cartoon, though, and obviously the book. I love everything with the Grinch. The thing about the Grinch, Dr. Seuss wrote it, kind of as a critique and a criticism of the commercialism of Christmas, and now the Grinch is literally one of the most commercial, marketable properties, IPs ever. And I'm sorry, Dr. Seuss, but I buy all that crap. I just buy it up the second I see it. I go, ooh, I need a new Grinch stocking. Ooh, I need a Grinch meal from McDonald's. Ooh, I need another Grinch t-shirt. I need another Grinch, whatever the hell. I mean, there's literally millions and millions of things, and I buy most of them up. And actually, you can't see it right here, but my whole table right here is decorated in the Grinch. He's my absolute favorite, absolute classic. Read the book to your kids, watch the cartoon with your kids, watch the Jim Carrey movie with your kids, have a laugh, and enjoy it. The other holiday movie that I love is, of course, Terrifier 3. This is a relatively new movie, just came out in 2024. It is a horror movie. It works at Halloween, and it also works at Christmas time. It's amazing. If watching a chainsaw get shoved up a person's rectum is on your list of things you want to watch for Christmas, this is the movie for you. If you want to see somebody's face get peeled off, this is the movie for you. It's actually, I know, this sounds disgusting, right? Like, why would I want to watch that for Christmas? Because you're a sick, twisted fuck like me. Jolene likes to play coy like she doesn't like these movies. She loves them. She eats them up like they're fresh-baked sugar cookies. Art is really, really charming in them. I know, that sounds crazy, right? Because he does peel off somebody's face. But he's charming while he does it. The Terrifier movies as a whole are horror movies and whatever. And the first 2 take place on Halloween. The third one takes place on Christmas. And they did a really nice job of blending it with the Christmas stuff. It's got kind of all the little cliches that you would expect in a horror Christmas movie. And then on top of that, I thought that they did a really, really good job. David Howard Thornton plays Art the Clown. And I thought they did a really good job of blending his humor with all the horrifying, terrible violence. And so it really does play as kind of a super dark comedy. And it takes itself a little less seriously than the other 2. And it has more fun with what it is. It's almost in the same vein as something like Evil Dead, where if you can find the humor in that kind of stuff, and I can, luckily, then you'll really enjoy it. If you hate all that and you hate really, really detailed, super realistic, graphic special effects, I would strongly suggest you avoid this. And maybe go watch an old episode of Touched by an Angel instead. The other thing I love about Christmas is obviously, buying gifts and all that kind of stuff. I'm a big time gift buyer. I love going and trying to find something special for everyone in my life. Every now and then I'll try and throw somebody extra in if I can, if I have the time or whatever, try and get them something cool or something funny or whatever, kind of an in-joke or anything like that. I really, really enjoy buying all the Christmas gifts and stuff like that. I hear a lot of people complain about this part of Christmas specifically. I think you just have to really, you have to take a step back and really just think about what you want to do for someone, right? And not just like think of it as like as a chore or a honeydew, which a lot of people are like, I don't want to fucking, I don't have time for that. I need to deal with my own stuff, right? And I understand that. It can be stressful because you're trying to think of the perfect thing for someone. It's just, you got to take a little more time to give of yourself. And that really is the point, right? I don't even think about when I'm getting half the time at all. I'm like, okay, people ask me, like I get in trouble because people go, well, what do you want for Christmas? And I go, I don't know, whatever. Just find something. I'll be fine with whatever, right? I'd prefer if I didn't get like a bar of soap or something, but I want some thought put into it, I guess, is what I want to say. Everybody wants some thought put into it, but like, yeah, if you just got me like a bar of soap and some tube socks, you know, that might make me feel a little sad. All I would say, though, is that if you're feeling kind of negative and pessimistic about, well, I can't afford gifts and I can't do whatever, then make something, right? Make something. Giving your time is just as good as spending your money. I know a lot of people like to throw money at shit now. I don't have a ton of money, so sometimes I do make a lot of stuff. Sometimes I have a better paycheck towards the end of the year, and I can afford to get something a little bit nicer, but I generally try not to make it about the amount or whatever. I just try to make sure that something that the person will like. Let me give you an example real quick. I'll show you exactly what I got my fiance for Christmas this year. Yes. This is Moose, the three-legged wonder dog. And this is what I got my fiance for Christmas this year because I didn't know what to get her, but I knew she always wanted a dog. and look, in return, the dog is also, her gift is that somebody wanted to take her. Look, she wants to leave. Somebody wanted to adopt her. Now she's got a home of people that love her and 2 cats that despise her. There you go. See? It's not about how much you spend, and are your intentions good? And I think if you have good intentions, you should go out and just use those intentions to try and make someone you love in your life feel a little bit special or a little bit better that day. The other thing I love about Christmas is obviously the baby Jesus, right? That is the reason for the season, right? Yes, I'm having that war with Christmas people. Anybody that comes up and says, Happy Holidays, I go, Merry Christmas, right? Because we live in America, and the majority celebrates Christmas. And Kwanzaa's not a real holiday. And from what I understand, Jews don't really even care about Hanukkah all that much. It's not even the biggest holiday to them. So the reason for the season is the baby Jesus. That is the reason for Christmas. And it's 12 days long, and it ends in January, okay? I don't know why nobody knows that anymore. I'm not Catholic, so I don't know the exact ins and outs of it, but I do know that All Kings Day is January 6th, I believe. You can Google that. But that is the end of Christmas at that point. Well, that's it for the video. There is so many things that you can do at Christmas. Everybody has their own traditions and whatever. Apparently, I will be taking part in the annual Pickleball Fest in Yuma this year. I have never been a part of this tradition before. This will be my first time doing this tradition, and I kick ass at pickleball. So hopefully they play by the rules and don't have to cheat. But in all seriousness, outside of the pickleball tournament and all that kind of stuff, everybody has their own traditions and whatnot. I tried to start one last year. I don't think many people liked it, which was making my own homemade eggnog. Apparently people thought it was vile. I thought it was pretty good. It is a lot different from whatever you buy at the store, right? It's much thicker. It's almost like a ooze, or maybe I just overcooked it. Anyway, maybe that's what it was. Maybe I overcooked the nog. Whatever your traditions are, I mean, do them. Pass them on to your family. I always love going to church the night before. It's a tradition I've maintained after my grandma has passed away. You know, I used to only go to church on Christmas Eve and Easter for my grandma, and once she passed away, I decided to keep going. I did keep going to her church for 2 years in a row, but it's so awful and it was so dreadful that I can no longer do it. And so the last 2 years we've gone to the Catholic Church instead. I don't know. Something about having real... I mean, you know what? I'm going to get on my soapbox here for a second. If you're putting on a pageant and you've got little kids doing it... I mean, I remember I used to do these Christmas pageants. You had to memorize your lines, and you had to put some effort into it. Now, you basically got a bunch of kids standing up there, picking their noses, and adults feeding them the lines and running up on the stage and turning them around. It's very unprofessional, and we should demand and expect more out of kids. And I don't think that's a crazy thing to say. And I, quite frankly, churches, I'm sick of it. Put more effort into your productions. Otherwise, you're going to lose congregation members like me. Okay? But there's also a Methodist church, and they're all off their fucking rocker now at the Methodist, so... I mean, what do you expect, right? The Methodist church has completely lost its mind. But that's a different story for another day. Anyway, so we're going to be going to like a midnight mass this year, so that should be fun. I've never been to a midnight mass. But yeah, really take the time to enjoy the season with everybody that you love and care about, and... you know, do what you can as far as gifts, but just try and enjoy it. Try and be positive. And if you have to work, you know, you get a free pass to be angry, I guess. Sure. But it wouldn't be the worst thing in the world to you know, do unto others and shit like that. You know, all that nice stuff. Try and go out of your way to be a little nicer, maybe. You know, just remember that if you're a jerk on Christmas, Jesus is going to cry and strike you down. That's true. I read that in the Bible. Google it. If you celebrate Kwanzaa, come on, man. What are you doing? Who celebrates Kwanzaa? Anyway, that's it. That's a short video for Christmas. Things I love about it. Let me know what you love about it. And as always, like and subscribe. Thank you very much. From my family to your family. Peace on earth. Goodwill. Peace, man. Peace. Peace and love. Peace and love. And Merry Christmas from me, Anthony, and from the A.C.T Podcast.